welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. I am. Let me know how you're doing good in the comment section. Let me know if you're doing good. Anyway, we're going to react to the Battle of Yultong and the Heroic Filipinos. So this was requested. They requested for me to react to the Battle of Yultong. I'm not sure if this is the video because there was no link left. So if there's a better video, let me know about it. But for now, we're going to react to this one. So let's check out some Filipino history and the heroics of Filipinos. The Korean War. Desperate defense by Filipinos against a sea of Chinese soldiers. Ooh. The Korean War had begun with North Korea launching an invasion of the South. The conflict escalated when the UN came to aid in the South, and the Chinese and Russian governments began assisting the North. This is bad. The Philippines' committed soldiers bolstered the United Nations ranks. UN and South Korea forces were at first pushed back in the southernmost tip of the peninsula. An ambush assault spearheaded by the U.S. routed the North Koreans and disarrayed their army. This convinced the Chinese to get involved. They launched a massive counterattack. Intense engagement between the Chinese and U.S.-led UN forces followed. In April of 1951, the Chinese launched a spring offensive with 700,000 soldiers. Dang! Belgian, Turkish, British, Filipino soldiers had been sent to reinforce the area around Yultong. On the night of April 23rd, Chinese artillery opened up on the Allied defense positions. When the bombardment stopped, the sounds of bugles and Chinese gongs could be heard across the countryside. Oh, that's so scary. Soon they were swarmed by thousands of Chinese communist soldiers. Heavily outnumbered, the men of the 10th Philippine Expeditionary Force threw up a wall of gunfire and grenades. Oh my goodness. They cut down dozens of Chinese, momentarily halting the assault of their position. Elsewhere, however, the Chinese assault had been a success. The Turkish forces had been routed. Oh my goodness. Even the British were forced to conduct a fighting withdrawal. This left the Filipinos isolated, surrounded by a sea of Chinese soldiers. Ooh! The defense brought everyone they could muster on to hold the line, including cooks and clerks were fighting. Wow! Throughout the night, the Chinese forces would penetrate the line before being repulsed time and again. Once getting within a kilometer of the battalion command post, wow. Around 4 a.m., the Filipinos launched a surprise counterattack on the Chinese. Though the Chinese had suffered massive casualties, they still held a significant numerical advantage, and they were caught unaware by the attack. Ooh, the attack drove the large Chinese force from the field. Wow! And the Filipino soldiers were able to link back up with Allied forces. The Battle of Yultong cost the Filipinos 12 killed, 38 wounded, 6 men missing in action. It is said that it cost the Chinese somewhere between 400 and 7,000 men. The official number simply states enemy losses were more than 500. The battle earned the 10th Battalion the nickname the Fighting Filipinos. This action would go down as one of the greatest efforts by Filipino soldiers in modern history. It is honored by Koreans to this day. Oh my gosh, while reading that and just thinking about what it's saying, it gave me goosebumps. Could you imagine all these Chinese communist soldiers, just thousands and thousands and thousands, and you're a small group of Filipinos, and you're surrounded, you've been cut off. You've been cut off by your allies, and if you fail, you die. If you fail, you die. If you don't succeed, you're dead, you know? And maybe the war changes. But they held together, they fought them off, and they got reconnected with other allies. Now that's a story to tell your grandchildren. That's a story that you need to keep telling over and over and over and never forget, because that's something to be really, really proud of. Who knows what was going through the Fighting Filipinos' head, you know? It had to be so scary, and you had to step up and be heroic, and you had to defend it, and you had to fight it off. Not only for yourselves, but for your families and your relatives and the war in general, you know, and for your country. That's just amazing. It's an amazing story, a real story you can keep telling and telling and telling, because it's inspiration, it's encouragement to a whole country, to a whole world, you know? That's what I see in the story. That's my thoughts when I read the story. What are your thoughts? I don't know unless you tell me. So comment down below and let me know what you think about the fighting Filipinos, the Battle of Yultong, and the heroic Filipinos that defended. Even cooks, they said. Even cooks got on the line. Now that's bravery. That is absolute bravery. Anyway, I hope you liked the reaction. Definitely recommend some videos for me to react to down below. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to share the reaction, because if you share the reaction, more people see it. We'll get more viewers, more subscribers, and we have even more fun on this channel. Anyway, help me get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll catch you next time. Max Reaction family, peace!